Health alert after 60. Many seniors still believe that the foods they've trusted for decades will always serve their bodies well. A handful of nuts before bed, a glass of juice to end the day healthy, or a sweet fruit as a nightcap. These choices sound harmless, even nourishing. Yet new science shows that some of these very habits can quietly fuel belly fat, strain circulation, and even increase the risk of stroke. The surprising truth is that age changes how our bodies process food, and what once felt safe may now work against us if consumed at the wrong time or in the wrong way. This is not about creating fear or forbidding entire food groups. Instead, it is about revealing how timing, portion, and preparation can turn a so-called healthy choice into a hidden burden for your heart and arteries. The foods themselves are not the villains. The problem lies in when and how we consume them after 60. When metabolism slows, blood vessels become less flexible, and blood sugar control weakens. That is why this series begins with a clear, science-backed warning. If you want to protect your heart, avoid sudden spikes in blood pressure, and keep stubborn belly fat from growing, you must learn to recognize the single trusted foods that quietly sabotage your efforts. In the next chapters, we will uncover which ones to limit, which ones to enjoy smartly, and how small adjustments can unlock better sleep, steadier circulation, and renewed energy for life after 60. Once we cross the age of 60, the body's internal systems begin to respond differently to the same foods we once handled easily. The metabolism slows, muscle mass naturally declines, and the efficiency of blood vessels to expand and contract becomes weaker. This means that foods high in sugars, unhealthy fats, or sodium, even if they look innocent on the surface, can have exaggerated effects. A simple snack at the wrong time of day may now lead to elevated blood pressure overnight, bloating around the midsection, or thickening blood that puts extra strain on the heart. One key factor is insulin sensitivity. As we age, our cells become less responsive to insulin, the hormone responsible for moving sugar out of the bloodstream. That's why certain fruits, juices, or sweetened healthy snacks may send blood sugar spiking more sharply than before. At night, when the body naturally wants to rest and repair, this excess sugar has nowhere to go but into fat storage, often around the belly. And because abdominal fat is metabolically active, it fuels inflammation that can narrow arteries and raise stroke risk. Another factor is vascular stiffness. Sodium from salted snacks or processed healthy treats can quickly increase fluid retention. For aging arteries that have lost elasticity, this creates a dangerous combination: higher pressure, slower circulation, and a heavier workload for the heart. What once was a minor indulgence in youth can now tilt the balance towards serious cardiovascular risks. The lesson is clear: it's not just what you eat, but when and how. In the next chapter, we'll spotlight specific foods often trusted by seniors and reveal why they can quietly undermine belly fat control and circulation health. Among the foods most seniors trust, nuts often sit at the top of the list. Doctors praise them for heart-friendly fats, magazines recommend them for protein, and diet programs highlight them as smart snacks. And yes, in moderation. Eaten at the right time of day, unsalted nuts can be beneficial. But here's the hidden truth when consumed in the evening or late at night. Nuts may quietly contribute to the very problems you are trying to avoid: stubborn belly fat, disrupted circulation, and increased stroke risk. The issue lies not in the nut itself, but in its composition and timing. Nuts are energy-dense, packed with fats that, while unsaturated, still require hours to metabolize. After 60, digestion slows, and eating a handful of high-fat, calorie-rich snacks before bed means that energy will not be burned but stored. Most of that storage ends up as abdominal fat, the most harmful type for cardiovascular health. Salted nuts add another complication: sodium overload. Even a small portion can trigger fluid retention overnight, raising blood pressure when the body should be resting. Combine this with aging arteries that no longer expand as easily, and the risk of circulation problems and stroke becomes more pronounced. To make matters worse, flavored or sweet-coated nuts, honey-roasted, candied, or trail mixes with dried fruit deliver a double hit: concentrated sugar plus fats, fueling fat storage and blood sugar spikes when the body is least prepared to handle them. The takeaway: not all healthy snacks remain healthy after 60. In the next chapter, we will uncover how these nighttime choices affect the body hour by hour, and why the timing of food may matter just as much as the type. The same handful of nuts, the same slice of fruit, or the same glass of juice can have very different effects depending on when you eat them. During the day, when you are moving, walking, and engaging in normal activities, the body has multiple ways to use incoming calories. Muscles act as storage tanks, soaking up glucose and burning fats for energy. Circulation is more active, and blood pressure naturally follows a healthier rhythm. But at night, everything changes. As the sun sets, metabolism slows, core body temperature drops, and the body prepares for rest and repair. Muscle activity decreases, insulin sensitivity declines, and blood vessels become less responsive. This means calories eaten late in the evening, especially from foods rich in fats or sugars, are far more likely to be stored as belly fat rather than burned for energy. For seniors over 60, this shift is even more pronounced. Reduced muscle mass limits storage capacity for glucose. Arteries that have lost elasticity struggle with sudden sodium or sugar surges, leading to higher overnight blood pressure. Even the heart itself, which should slow and recharge, is forced to push harder against thicker blood and narrower vessels. This is why a food considered healthy can suddenly become a hidden burden if eaten at the wrong time. A small bowl of fruit during the day may refresh your energy, but the same fruit juice at night could raise blood sugar, promote fat storage, and leave you waking up tired and heavy. In the next chapter, we will examine the deeper connection between belly fat, circulation, and stroke risk, and why abdominal fat is far more dangerous than it appears on the surface. Belly fat is not just a matter of appearance. For seniors over 60, it acts almost like a hidden organ, one that fuels inflammation, disrupts circulation, and increases the strain on the heart every single day. Unlike fat under the skin, abdominal fat wraps around vital organs and releases inflammatory chemicals into the bloodstream. These chemicals thicken the blood, stiffen the arteries, and weaken the natural ability of vessels to expand and contract. The result is a dangerous cycle. As arteries become less flexible, blood pressure rises. As pressure rises, The heart must work harder to push blood through narrowed pathways. Over time, this constant strain damages the inner lining of arteries, creating small cracks where cholesterol and fat can build up. The thicker those deposits grow, the higher the chance that circulation will be disrupted, or worse, that a clot will form and trigger a stroke. What makes belly fat particularly deceptive is its persistence. Even if you are not significantly overweight, carrying fat around the waistline can be enough to magnify stroke risk. Add in nighttime eating habits that spike blood sugar or overload the body with sodium, and you give belly fat more fuel to grow. This is why doctors often view the waistline as more than a cosmetic measure. It is a direct window into heart and vascular health. By understanding how food choices after 60 feed abdominal fat, you can take back control before the damage becomes permanent. In the next chapter, we will shift from risk to solutions, exploring smarter food strategies that protect circulation while keeping belly fat in check. Knowing the risks is only half the battle. The real power comes from learning how to choose and enjoy foods in ways that support your body's needs after 60. This is not about strict diets or forbidding everything you love. Instead, it's about smarter strategies, understanding portion sizes, choosing the right form of food, and respecting the body's natural rhythms. First, timing matters. Foods that are energy-dense like nuts, sweet fruits, or starchy snacks are best eaten earlier in the day, when your body is active and able to burn fuel efficiently. Saving them for nighttime, when metabolism slows, almost guarantees that calories will be stored as belly fat. Second, portion control is critical. What feels like just a handful of nuts or just one glass of juice often contains the same calories as a full meal. For seniors with slower digestion and reduced muscle mass, that extra energy lingers in the bloodstream, feeding fat storage and raising blood pressure. Third, preparation makes a difference. Whole fruits with skin and fiber digest more slowly and help regulate blood sugar, while juices or dried fruits deliver sugar in a rush. Unsalted nuts or lightly steamed vegetables support circulation, whereas heavily salted or flavored versions quietly burden the arteries. The goal is not to eliminate these foods, but to reclaim control by matching them to your body's capacity. Eat smart during the day. Keep evening portions light and simple, and your heart and circulation will thank you. In the next chapter, we'll identify the specific hidden traps seniors often fall into and how to replace them with healthier, more effective choices. Many seniors believe they are making safe choices, yet some of the most common healthy habits turn out to be hidden traps. These traps don't just sabotage weight control, they quietly burden circulation and increase the risk of stroke. The good news is that each trap has a smarter, senior-friendly replacement. Trap 1. Fruit juice at night. While a glass of orange juice feels refreshing, it delivers concentrated sugar without fiber. At night, when insulin sensitivity is low, this sugar spike feeds belly fat and stresses blood vessels. Smarter choice. Eat the whole fruit earlier in the day. The fiber slows absorption, stabilizing blood sugar. Trap 2. Salted or flavored nuts. Trail mixes, honey-roasted almonds, or salted pistachios seem like guilt-free snacks. Yet sodium and added sugars create fluid retention, higher blood pressure, and unnecessary calories. Smarter choice. A small handful of raw, unsalted nuts, ideally as part of a daytime snack paired with fruit or yogurt. Trap 3. Late-night energy snacks. Crackers, granola bars, or so-called health cookies often combine refined carbs with hidden fats. For seniors, these create overnight spikes in blood sugar and contribute directly to abdominal fat. Smarter choice. If you need something light before bed, try plain yogurt with a few berries or a slice of kiwi. Both are gentle on digestion and even support better sleep. The key is not deprivation, but substitution. By swapping high-risk evening foods with simple, supportive alternatives, you reduce belly fat growth, stabilize circulation, and protect the heart without feeling restricted. In the next chapter, we will explore the positive side, which foods truly strengthen circulation and help keep belly fat in check after 60. After understanding the traps, it's time to focus on the foods that work in your favor. For seniors, the goal is not just to avoid harm, but to choose foods that actively support circulation, steady blood sugar, and keep belly fat under control. The right choices can make everyday activities easier, improve sleep, and lower the risk of heart problems. High-fiber fruits, apples, pears, and berries provide soluble fiber that slows digestion and prevents blood sugar spikes. Unlike juice, whole fruits give your body steady energy while protecting against fat storage. Potassium-rich foods, bananas, kiwi, and oranges supply potassium, which helps relax blood vessels and counterbalance sodium. This is especially important for seniors, since high blood pressure is one of the strongest risk factors for stroke. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, and romaine are packed with nitrates that naturally improve blood flow. They also provide antioxidants that calm inflammation triggered by abdominal fat. Omega-3 sources. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel or plant sources like chia seeds and flax seeds reduce triglycerides and help keep arteries flexible. This makes it easier for the heart to pump blood without excessive strain. Fermented foods, plain yogurt, kefir, or sauerkraut support gut health, which plays a surprising role in managing weight and reducing inflammation. A healthier gut environment makes it easier for the body to metabolize nutrients effectively. When eaten at the right times and in proper portions, these foods become allies in protecting the heart and controlling belly fat. They're not exotic or complicated, just everyday options used wisely. In the next chapter, we will bring these lessons together into practical daily strategies, showing exactly how seniors can create meals that support circulation and long-term health. Knowing which foods to avoid and which to embrace is valuable. But the real transformation happens when these lessons become part of your daily routine. For seniors over 60, the key is balance eating enough to fuel energy and protect muscle, but not so much that calories are stored as belly fat. With a few simple adjustments, every meal can become a tool for circulation and heart health. Breakfast. Begin with fiber and protein, oatmeal topped with berries, or scrambled eggs with spinach. Sets a steady foundation for blood sugar and energy. Avoid starting the day with juice or pastries, which can spike blood sugar and leave you tired by mid-morning. Lunch. Make this your most substantial meal. Lean proteins like fish or chicken, paired with leafy greens and a portion of whole grains, give your body fuel when it is most active. Add an apple or pear for fiber and antioxidants. Afternoon snack. Instead of reaching for salted nuts or processed bars, Choose a small portion of unsalted nuts paired with yogurt or a piece of fruit. This combination balances protein, healthy fat, and fiber without overwhelming your metabolism. Dinner. Keep it lighter. Focus on vegetables, legumes, and modest portions of lean protein. If you crave something sweet afterward, choose kiwi or papaya rather than juice or dried fruit. Evening. Allow at least 2 to 3 hours between your last food and bedtime. This protects digestion, stabilizes blood pressure, and prevents overnight fat storage. These patterns do not demand perfection, only consistency. When practiced daily, they build circulation strength, lighten the waistline, and restore confidence in your health. In the final chapter, we'll bring everything together, showing how small, steady choices can protect your heart and renew your energy after 60. At first, the warning that a single trusted food could secretly feed belly fat and raise stroke risk may have sounded alarming. But as we've uncovered, the truth is more empowering than frightening. Aging does not mean surrendering your health. It simply means the rules of nutrition and circulation shift, and with the right knowledge, you can adapt and thrive. We have seen how belly fat is more than just a number on the scale. It is an active force that influences blood pressure, circulation, and heart function. We have also learned that the timing, portion, and preparation of food matter just as much as the food itself. Late-night snacks, juices, and salted treats may quietly burden the body, while smart substitutions, whole fruits, leafy greens, and omega-3 rich foods actively restore balance. Most importantly, we explored how daily choices from breakfast to bedtime can either fuel hidden risks or build lasting protection. Every step you take towards smarter eating reduces strain on the heart, supports circulation, and helps control belly fat that once felt impossible to lose. So here is the message: your health after 60 is not written in stone. You have the power to reopen circulation, protect your arteries, and feel lighter and stronger with each passing day. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how even simple adjustments create lasting change. If this message resonates, share it with someone you care about, and let us know in the comments which of these small changes will you start today. Remember, it's never too late to reclaim your strength, protect your heart, and live with energy that truly reflects who you are.